Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Today, we're going to be talking about AI. We're going to be talking about the future of AI. We're going to be talking about AI in general because I feel like I've never given my thoughts on AI. I know it seems kind of weird that we're doing this video, but bear with me. Okay. So, I've had conversations about AI a lot. And like with family members, with friends, and just discussing it is interesting. Everyone has a different side of it. Everyone has a different viewpoint on it. Personally, I like AI. There are things I don't like about AI. Okay, I'm just gonna keep that in mind because again, you're probably gonna be like, "How dare you?" It's just like I like AI. I like that it's a tool and it's it's not like a toy or anything to play with, but it is a tool to use for projects and stuff like that. But it can also it's good, but it's bad. I think a lot of people need to pay attention to kind of how AI is going right now because it's a lot. I don't know all the coding behind AI. I know there's a lot that goes into it, and all the hard work that people actually do to build these type of programs. It's really cool. But let's talk about the good of AI before we get into the bad, because there's a lot that AI is doing right now that's really good. Now, the way I use AI, and you guys might be aware of this, you might not, I don't use AI to make my thumbnails here, but on my second channel, I use AI to make the image thumbnails of the videos. So I use Midjourney, and I just imagine this thing about the video, and it imagines it, and I just throw it in the Canva, and easy. It's an easy thumbnail to make, super easy. I use it in that way. Like the whole AI art stuff, it helps a lot in my projects over on that channel. I don't use it here at all, but it is a very handy tool. I'm also going to use AI art and stuff like that for the independent music project that I'm planning on doing, which I'm still working on. It's going to launch in, I think, 2024 roughly. But yeah, I use it for that, and I also want to there's more stuff I want to use with it. I know you can make AI art music videos now, or AI music videos now, which is super cool. I think that's a super neat thing. I didn't know about that. So the fact that you can do that makes me want to do it, and I want to try my hand at it and see how I do. So I'm definitely for all the AI art stuff because it's a tool. It's super handy to use and it's fun to do. It's just it helps. It helps me personally. I like using it, and I know a lot of artists are going to be like, "What's wrong with you? Why aren't you paying me money now?" I'm like, "Okay, calm down." Jeez, I still work with artists, by the way. I don't use AI art for any of my graphics because for character art I've done, or character art I've commissioned, wallpapers and stuff like that. I commission an artist for that. All my animations, commission an artist for. Badges, emotes, commission an artist for. I don't think AI art is ever going to get that far. If it does, I'll be amazed. I will be amazed. You could probably AI art a wallpaper. You can't AI art animation. I mean, music videos kind of count, but not transparent animations, not fluent stuff like that. In terms of badges and emotes on Twitch, you can't really do that. You would have to ask for the most specific thing in the world. There are still things artists can do that AI cannot, and that's why I still work with artists, because I need their creative vision, and I can tell them what I want. Sure, you can tell an AI what you want, but they're not always going to give you what you want, That's why when you work with an artist, you collaborate and you get what you want in the, at the end of it. That's how it works, and that's how it should work. Artists still have a purpose, whether or not you think that. If you think your job's being threatened by AI in terms of art, move into a different field that doesn't involve AI, But yeah, so those are the good of AI art for me. Now let's talk about the bad, because I'm sure that's what y'all came here for this video for. Anyway, the bad, going into that, the bad for me, I think ChatGPT is probably a bad for me, not because I don't use it at all, but I do think the fact that you could use it to you could get Chat GPT to like basically do your homework, for example. You could use it to like cheat on things. You could use it to like, there's stuff you could use that for that I think can be used for malicious intent. And I don't think that's the right way to use AI. I feel like that's a wrong way. I don't think that's even a tool either, the whole Chat GPT thing. I think for texting, for like all the text stuff, that's more of like a fun little game. I don't think that's a tool. If you were going to use it as a tool, you would use it to do your homework. I mean, it's pretty much like there's no, like, you can't justify using that as a tool. I don't think you could, personally. That's the one bad out of AI so far for me that I've like noticed or took note of. Now, the other bad is, I think, one that people have recently discovered, which was manipulating vocals. So recreating vocals using AI, which is super super wrong. It is super wrong to do that. If you're doing that, stop it now. Like, actually, I was gonna say some, quite frankly, some violent words to you, but like I chose not to. I held my ground. Okay, you're lucky, dude. Like, for example, like I think the one that came up that was like, that made me realize, oh, this is really bad. Like, if people do this, Chester Bennington of Linkin Park, like, cause he committed suicide. He committed the thing, right? We're not gonna say the word on here, but he died. And you know, if someone chooses to use AI to recreate his voice, that is wrong. Like, in the way that Linkin Park, like, they released some new singles that were unreleased singles off of like Hybrid Theory, I think. Not Hybrid Theory, Meteora, I think it was. And like, those were unreleased songs that were his original vocals. You can't justify using AI to recreate his vocals like that. You cannot. That is just wrong. It's super wrong. I think, like, in terms of, even in terms of like using vocals from an alive vocalist, I still think it's wrong, because it's copyright infringement and you're gonna get a cease and desist from the band if you actually manage to create something that's listenable and good. Like, I don't, to me, I don't think you can even justify, you can't justify doing that for, like, just as an example, for a dead person. You can't justify that. Like, I get it, you miss their voice. You cannot justify that. It's wrong, dude. There is nothing right about that. Now, in terms of the music stuff, like using that to do that, I want to talk about a music project that is completely AI made, that is probably the only good thing that's come out of, like, in terms of AI music, because that has been the thing for a while. A band called Frostbite Orkings, which is like, it's completely AI made. Basically, like, I don't know too much about how it was done, just from the videos I've watched. They have all the instruments like tracked, they feed it to the AI and it puts out something. Same thing with like vocals, the AI puts out something. And if you listen to the band, which, by the way, it is DMCA free, you can listen to it. If you'd listen to it, you would think it sounded like a real band. That's the only good thing that's come out of the whole AI for music sort of thing. Like, that's the only thing I say is okay. Like, I am fine with that, because it's not recreating someone's vocals. It doesn't get that bad. But those are like, those two bad things, Chat GPT and like recreating vocals, I think is probably the worst thing to come out of AI. Like, I'm all for AI art and all that stuff in the AI music videos, but cannot get behind the other two. I don't know how much AI stuff is out currently. I don't know. But like, those are the two that like I've stuck with and I think are probably like good. But the bad, dude, I cannot get behind at all. The future of AI, though, I think is going to be really cool. It's going to be cool to see how things evolve over time. It's going to be cool to see what we can do with, like, this is the thing, like, this is the future. Like, we're going into the future slowly but surely, and I think like AI is a part of that future, whether you want it or not, whether you hate it or you like. Listen, if it's threatening your job, Like, if you're so worried about that, don't. I don't think you should be worried, right? Like, obviously, like, you should try to find a career you want that AI couldn't touch. Like, that's obviously what you're gonna want to do, but like, I don't think you have to worry about AI taking over. Like, I think that's everyone's scare, and that cannot happen because, for one, it's so new, it hasn't had time to evolve yet, and we don't know what's gonna happen in the future. So like, you got nothing to worry about, man. It's fine. Quit freaking out. Okay, that's what I recommend. Quit freaking out. Move on. You know, it's fine. We'll be okay. But yeah, you know, I'm not too worried about the future of AI. I think like we've got more important things to worry about than robots taking over, you know. Calm down. All right, calm down. But anywho, that's going to be the video for today. But as always, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.